morning, fellow YouTubers. Bear Prepper here. Today we're going to make some Parmesan cheese. And we're going to make it out of food stores. What you're going to need is some powdered milk. You can use whichever kind you want. It doesn't really matter. Some water, some lemon juice, and some cheese salt. So the first step is to take and make 2 quarts of milk. So just follow the recipe on your box on what it takes to make 2 quarts of milk. You can do a whole gallon if you want, but I'd start with 2 quarts so you can see how much Parmesan cheese it makes and whether or not you like it. And you're just going to mix up your milk and you're going to put it over medium heat and slowly bring it to boil. After your milk has been mixed really good, I use my immersion blender, so it's a little foamy, but you want to make sure that you got all the granules mixed in before you move on to adding your lemon juice. So the next step is going to be to add 1 cup of lemon juice. And the reason you want to wait is because it's going to start making it curdle. And if it hasn't dissolved yet, then you really don't want it to curdle. And as you can see, it's getting lumpy already. And you're going to bring that to boil over medium heat. And once it's boiling, I'll come back to you. Well, I apologize. I didn't realize the camera was off. So you take a cheesecloth lined strainer and you pour your pot into it and it will slowly strain from it. And then once it's strained, you're going to pick it up and take it to the sink and rinse it. Okay, so this is how I do it. I get it in there, get most of the way turned off, and then I just, see, I can't do it one-handed. I turn the bowl and just, it'll slowly squeeze it out. Or you can just twist the string because it's really hot. And then once you get enough of the juice out, you're going to start rinsing it. So this is the rinsing and pressing. So once you put it in your cheesecloth, you're just going to rinse it and press it. And what I like to do is I like to break it up a little bit and then rinse and press. There's probably easier ways, but this is how I do it for my Parmesan. Until your juices run clear. And I always keep a strainer underneath because you're going to catch some. Then what you do, okay, and I like to use this strainer for my Parmesan cheese for the final product. And I'm just going to rub that off because I'm making the second batch. And put that back over here. You can use your fingers to break it up, or you can use a fork. So, easiest to break it apart with your fingers first. And if you still need the fork, you can use the fork. I don't like the fork. It tends to mash it rather than break it. And I'm just trying to break it up into crumbles because these are Parmesan crumbles. Like your sprinkle. Look how much cheese you get from 2 quarts of milk. Quite a bit. So all I'm doing is breaking up the clumps. And we're going to let it dry. I'll just be putting the other stuff on top, so it will be wet for a while. And I'm just breaking it up. And that's all you do. That's how easy Parmesan cheese is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some cheese salt to it when both of my batches are combined. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it's done. I sprinkled a little salt over it and mixed it up. I don't know if you can see that. And that is my Parmesan cheese. You can break up some of these bigger clumps if you choose to. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry it for 10 minutes in the dehydrator on 150. Do not go longer than 10 minutes. It will turn into rock crystals. And you will never be able to bite in it, no matter how long you soak it. So, I'll be back to you and show you what it looks like when it's done. So that's how much we have on the tray now. Okay, that's it. Kind of dry to the touch. Don't want it to be crispy. And I usually store mine in the refrigerator while we have it, but if we were in a situation where you didn't have electricity, just make this as you need it. Do 4 cups at a time. 4 cups would be 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And that's it. Whoops, sorry about that. But there's, from 8 cups, all the Parmesan cheese I got. I'd say it's probably almost a cup. Let me measure it. Okay, you probably can't see that on the side, but it is 1 cup. Now what can you do with that? Well, you can make bread. Use it as the water in your bread. Just remember that you've got lemon juice in there, so it will change your bread flavor slightly. But I wouldn't throw it away. Okay, I can't believe it. I'm out of homemade bread, so I'm using hamburger buns. Just put some butter, some garlic, and some Parmesan cheese on it. I'm gonna bake it up and see what we get. Okay, that's what we have. It melts a little bit. It doesn't get flat. Really good. Blessings.